as they're walking by, you sort of feel the effect of some sort of spell being cast, but then all of you just sort of shrug it off and you continue on your way.
No.
We just continue on our way?
You continue on your way.
Oh, okay. Can I pull a check as we pass by?
Yeah.
Not really. You don't really know magic.
Okay.
I do.
I just kind of have that natural song.
You know natural magic. You don't know arcane magic.
My arcane check last Friday was awesome.
Okay. So you guys, you're walking through the street. You get to the northern circle. As you look about, there are lots of people. There's lots of trades and various booths set up around, carriages that have been adjusted to look like different booths that can be made mobile if they need to. There's the scent of freshly baked bread or meat being butchered freshly. You can see a little trail of blood over by one of the booths where somebody's cutting up some really, really fresh meat. There's all sorts of food. There's all sorts of jewelers being put out. This doesn't seem like the necessarily poor district, but by how everyone's dressed, it doesn't look especially wealthy either.
It's like a middle class section, pretty much.
Right.
Not really.
That doesn't
That
make
information,
sense.
Cedric.
What?
Thank you for randomly saying this looks like a middle class place.
Out of character. Yes.
This looks like a middle class place, I say.
All right, I walk up to the job board and see if there are any jobs dealing specifically with delivery. Like people needing me to take things from one side of town to the other.
Okay. There's a few delivery boards, but all of them require someone who has a wagon.
God. Is there an unoccupied wagon around?
No.
Are there any occupied wagons around?
Yes.
Raz, don't get
Actually,
any
I was about to
ideas.
ask you to go check on my thing that's in the oven.
Okay, can I see what other jobs are on the board?
Yes. Looking at the board, you obviously see the deliveries. You see that there's some assistance being requested for some sort of construction over in the Temple District. There is a flyer to have someone search for a missing person.
Ooh.
There. There is a request for some assistance in delivering stacks of books to and from a couple of libraries. There is what did I have? A request for anyone who could read or write to jot down, copy some stuff. It belongs to a library, so you can assume whatever they would have you do would involve a lot of writing.
Too bad that would take a long time.
Does it say how much they pay these jobs?
The delivery boards, specifically the one for the stacks of books, is probably like 2 or 3 gold. The missing persons doesn't detail a price, but it does say that there will be some sort of pay for it. The construction help says, depending on how much work is done, will depict how much pay you receive. None of them seem particularly. I mean, they're just requests. They're not like actual jobs, so none of them are going to be over 5 gold.
Mm-hmm. So really, we don't have much.
I turn to my companions and I say that at this point it would probably be faster just to go back in the woods and find more hunters and thieves and scare them into thinking we're cannibals and then take them.
I see Raz's wheels turning in his head.
Do I still have that box? With
The knife box.
The box
It's
with
not
the
really a
sticky-
knife box, apparently.
Well, I'm always down for
The crate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have that crate
Awesome.
somewhere.
Okay.
Go back to your room and start looking at it.
Does the library listing for somebody who will write things down, does it just specify what language they need things to be in?
Hey!
Common.
Out of
Common.
character. Oh. There goes Brad. So, took you freaking long.
I turn to my companions and say, we could do the construction job all together and get a lot of work done. We could probably, if all of us were together, we could carry a substantial amount of books from one library to another.
Can all of us read and write?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Congratulations.
I was worried about that.
Can you read and write, Raz?
We could do that job. Also,
I can just envision like a dark elf, a high elf, two dragonborns, another like human, and a couple of human people just walking in and being like, "So you need someone to write?"
Yeah. You wake up, you go down into the main room of the inn you guys stayed in for the night, and you do happen to notice 4 of your companions are missing.
All right.
we died. We're all dead.
Do I see the other 4 there?
Nope.
No, no. There's no one there.
Nope. Just you.
Well, it's the next day. I was supposed to go back to the library.
Well then,
I have to go meet Gold. I'm gonna do that.
I say we people take the library job and go see if we need help keep writing stuff.
That's a good idea. Since we
many-
are all literate and we know how to read and write.
I know how to read and write.
but you're not there.
No, no.
Oh, Caspian.
So we're gonna do that, guys. Gonna go write some papers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna write
So
papers.
everybody heads to the library. By pure chance, you meet up there all at the same time.
Oh, casting!
And, hi, buddy.
Where you been?
You know, at a board.
We went and looked at the job board in the middle of town to see what jobs there were available.
We had a board meeting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Out of character. How long have y'all been playing?
Not very long. Out of here.
20, 30 minutes.
Really?
We haven't really done anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, excellent. You guys want to join me for my meeting with the arcane master of arcane here at the library?
I don't think it's a good idea that I join that meeting.
You're too precious to get yourself.
Why not? I think that would be a wonderful decision.
I'll go with you, Castian. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. Good old buddy Shedrick. I can always count on him.
Raz, do you want to go see about that writing job with me?
You old rat battle, huh?
Sure. I guess. Why not?
You can go talk to the arcane master if you want.
Yeah. Don't worry. I can ask him if he has any magic pens.
Okay, hold on. Who wasn't Negus and Raz with me when I went to go talk to the arcane master the first time?
Yeah.
Did they? We're supposed to go talk to him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What were we going back to talk to him for?
To see if he can help us with our curse?
That sounds lame.
You said you.
Someone has to do it. Alright, so, we head inside.
One of
We
them.
gotta keep an eye on the time. We don't want to stay away from our group too long. So,
Who has it right now?
Runt.
Right? Oh, okay.
But we only have so much time away from them.
Before we.
We can only
Before
be
they start dying. No,
well,
it'll be us,
technically-
because Runt has it.
DM, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay. Does
We've got 6.
the magic work that if there's more of us together, then the group of fewer would die for being apart? Is that how that
No idea.
Okay.
We haven't tested the theory.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Common sense, I think, would dictate that anyone who is separated from the dude with the glowy mark.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys stand talking to each other right in front of the library,
I'm going inside.
you see a very familiar, very tall dragonborn wandering by with a couple of flowers in his hand, and as soon as he sees you, he like throws them over.
I don't have anything.
Knowing smile.
Hey, Runt, how you doing?
I'm not doing alright.
We're about to go talk to the Master of Arcane here, because I have a meeting with him. You want to join? You've always been
Yes,
fight.
but a few other things. And out of character, I actually do need to take care of a couple of things, so I will be right back.
Lame.
Alright.
No, I think I'll just stand here. That sounds good.
I'll just
I don't
stand
care.
here and look at the door.
Runt, I'm putting you on guard duty. Your job is to stand there, watch for danger.
Look,
Watch for daisies.
But alright, should we go inside?
Yeah, we're all
Okay, so you're
gonna
going
talk
inside.
to the arcane master.
As before, you see the room has various shelves and stacks of books everywhere, all neatly organized, and at the center of the room, straight in front of you, there's a large square desk with a very old man scrolling at something behind it.
I'm immediately going over to the old man.
Okay.
Oh no. Say something.
Hello, young man. Sir, in front of you.
He looks like right at you. Are you talking to yourself?
No, sir, I'm talking to you. You can't possibly be more than 30. You look far too young.
Don't push it, bro. Don't.
Out of character.
Are you looking for a book on blindness?
Yeah.
No, sir, I have a meeting with the head of Arcane.
The head of Arcane?
The head of Arcane, sir.
Alright, yes. He sort of shuffles around from behind the desk, triumphant, and marches somewhere back into the back of the books. A few minutes later, he shuffles on back, comes over. Yes, the head of Arcane will see you now.
Oh, thank
You
you.
go back behind those books, and you take a left. You'll end up at another bookshelf, so don't go that way. If you go right, you'll head down a small hallway, upon which you'll find the archives, so don't go that way.
I'm taking notes.
If you continue forward, then you'll see the end
This is a very
of the library where there's a wall. And if you turn right, then you'll continue forward past several more shelves and some of
Was it
them
only the Booker siblings on contact?
And upon going that direction, immediately realize you're in the wrong place. Go back to where you were. Take the left turn instead, and then realize you were going the same direction you came from, so turn around again and then turn left once more. And there you continue onward until you find a door, and at that door behind it
He's telling
is
us
the
the head of
head
arcane
of
is
the
not here.
arcane.
Okay, now wait. During any part of that, do I pass go or collect $200?
What is a dollar?
All right, good to know.
Sir, I met Sir Gold yesterday. I can find my way there.
Sir
Because
Gold?
I have lost Will, Chase, and
I started.
so I'm gonna refresh the page.
Okay, alright.
Oh my god. I had to go meet with the headmaster, head of arcane. Oh, I forgot to write down the old man's name. What was his name?
So he shuffles out from behind the desk.
No.
Continues down behind the books. A few minutes later, he comes back. I'm sorry, the head of arcane is about to be in a very important meeting.
Yes, me.
What about you?
I walked by him and I headed to get my head of arcane.
The head of arcane is that way.
I went to his room yesterday. I know where I'm going.
I follow
To
him.
be in a very important. Okay, his voice doesn't carry very far, so you don't hear him yelling at you too long.
I forgot to write down his name yesterday. What was his name?
You didn't ask.
You didn't ask.
Okay, that's fine. I go to meet the head of arcane.
Okay, so you go to the door. It's a very large wooden door.
I knock on it.
Okay, you knock on it. After a few moments, the door opens rather rapidly, actually, and the head of arcane looks out. Once again, he's a young man in strange wizardly robes with chaos of books and papers strewn all over the room behind him. He looks over, says, "Oh yes, Castian, come in.
Yes.
Come in.
I'm coming in.
I enter.
Wait,
I
so
mean,
everybody's...
I've been behind Castian the whole time, so you know.
As far as I know, the whole group's with me.
Okay, all 6 of you come in.
I-
Come in. Then he closes the door behind you and he locks it. He rushes over, jumping over various stacks of books, almost tripping on a piece of paper, rushes over to his desk, and reaches down below it and pulls out this gigantic book. And when he puts it down, there's a large cloud of dust and dirt sent into the air around him. As he opens up, you can hear the creaking and cracking noises of the age of this book. Okay, at that moment, Runt enters into the library. He sees lots of stacks of books. At the center, straight in front of him, there's this large triumvirate of desks with an old man sitting behind them, scrolling at something.
Should have asked his name.
Greetings, sir.
Yes, hello, how can I help you?
Well, first, what is your name?
What? You need names?
I speak very articulately. What is your name?
My name, I'm Theodore, head librarian of the Knob Circle.
Nice to meet you, Theodore. And I reach out and offer my hand in a handshake.
Okay. I assume you're very, very gentle with his extremely fragile hand. Which,
Well, of course.
Which almost could fit in the whole of yours.
A group of travelers had come.
Friend.
Right?
Run's really quiet today.
I'm sorry, what? I can't quite hear you.
He fades away and gets lost
Hello,
in thought.
I've lost the feed.
I hear you.
You need to feed?
That was out of character.
Say what you were gonna say, Justin.
Say what you need to say.
Say what you need to say.
What to say?
Well,
What you
my
say?
group of companions have came to meet with the head of Arcane. Did you point me in the right direction?
Arcane?
Yes, the head of Arcane.
Yes, alright. And he shuffles out from behind his desk and wanders into the bookshelves. Back to you guys in the room. Opens this book. He's not so much turning the pages as like lifting them out of the book and putting them on the other side, because most of them aren't even bound by the glue anymore. So he's turning through the pages, and then he sort of finds what he's looking for, and he says, "All right. Now, while I was searching late last night, I found this very, very exciting description that seems a lot like that room you were discussing. I believe the latest one in this very city has been found and then the door sort of like has a very, very light knock on it. And despite Gold's excitement, he hears it and just looks up. Yes, come in, Theodore. And then the door opens up and the old man shuffles in. There's a nice big dragonborn who says he's here to meet with you. And,
That's probably Runt.
That's probably our man.
He's not a man.
It's our dragon.
You can let him in. Let him through.
Dragon?
Dragonborn.
He's one of our companions.
Oh,
Let him-
yes. Dragonborn. All right. Yes. And the door slowly closes, and the old man shuffles off. Runs a few minutes later, the old man wanders over. Yes, the head of Arcane will see you now.
Thank you. Out of character, is he going to lead me to the head of Arcane?
The door was locked. Okay, so you are you wandering into the shelves? Are you asking for directions?
Don't ask for directions. Don't ask for directions.
Oh no.
This was out of character. Is he going to lead me into...
No, he's just staying at his desk.
Yep, that's what I figured. Can you tell me how to get to the head of Arcane's office?
The head of Arcane?
Yes, his office. Where is it?
Office. Yes. See, if you go down this stack of books right here, and you turn left, you'll immediately see that that's the wrong direction because there's a wall. And then if you turn right, you'll head down to where the archives are. So don't go down that way.
Ask him to take you.
And then if you continue straight down till you find the wall where the library ends, and you turn right, you'll see where some of our more exotic books are. Immediately realize you're going the wrong way. Turn around and then turn left instead. And then you'll realize you're going down the same direction you came from. So you'll turn around again and then turn left instead. Go all the way down that path, and you'll find a large wooden door, and behind that door is the office of the head of the Arcane.
Out of character, is that the way that I needed to go?
Out of character, you should
How
make
would you know?
an intelligence check, Runt, in order to see if you can actually follow those directions to the Arcane's office.
Runt has a higher intelligence than me.
Yeah, I know. You say
Out of
that
character.
something.
I would.
It doesn't make any sense.
Barbarian.
You say that like it's something
vegetables.
novel, Chase.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. You, rather than going through the thought process of really realizing all you have to do is go all the way to the end of the path and then turn left and go all the way to the end of that path, follow his instructions to the dot. You go past the desk to the first fork in the bookshelves where there's a left and a right option. Like, you turn left, you shake your head, and then you turn right, and you shake your head, and you keep going straight. You go and you walk to the right, and then you shake your head, and you turn around, and then you turn left, and then you shake your head, and you turn around, and you go left again. And sure, it takes you a few minutes, but you find the head of Arcane's door.
Okay, I give it a knock.
Okay. He says, all right, so despite that interruption, we need, and then the door knocks again. Will someone open that?
I go open the door.
Okay. And Runt is standing there. So, Runt, as you enter, and this is your first time seeing the head of Arcane, he's actually a very young human, perhaps like mid-20s. He's standing in front of this desk. Inside the room is just this chaos of books. There's stacks everywhere. There's paper strewn all over the place. And there are shelves, but on top of the shelves are actually items that are stacked rather neatly and organized. But the room itself, there's almost no place to stand. At the end of the room, there's a desk that has various chaos on it. And standing behind it is the head of Arcane, and upon this desk predominantly is this extremely large tome that's really, really old. You can even see it from here. There still seems to be particles of dust just floating up from the pages.
I take a look at the chaos, and I remember of a time in the Gladiator ring of what the chaos looked like then.
What? Does everything remind you of the Gladiator ring? Is it
it's
like
a tough time,
man? Okay.
It was rough.
So the head of Arcane, as you walk in, he says, "All right, yes. Now, will you lock the door behind you?"
I close the door and lock it.
Okay,
Yes.
Captain closes the door and locks it. Click. Okay. He says, all right, now, everybody get in as close as you can. I know that there's not really a seat available. And he kind of pushes the book a little bit around. He turns it around for everyone to look at. As you look at this tome, on one of the pages, there is a large inscription of a rune. And by its style, you can tell that it looks to be a part of the same language of the rune that's on your hands. And he says, now, this is very, very exciting. I could only dream of seeing one of these runes in real life. I can't, it should be an honor just to carry that rune upon your hands, minus the whole dying thing.
However, not real, feeling very honored.
However, here, this book itself is approximately 276 years old. It details that nearby there used to be a very old dwarven chamber. It used to be for underground commerce between our city and the dwarven kingdoms, which aren't all that far away. But it was raided so many times that the dwarves turned it into this death trap and then abandoned it. But since then, many have come and gone, including the man who made this inscription, where within this chamber he found this singular rune strangely written upon one of the walls. And through searching for the next 50 years, he came to discover that this rune belonged to a very, very, very old language, which we believe to be the first language that actually depicted magical power within its words. We're not sure what it's called. It's a very lost language. However, here in this book, it may be a first step. You may want to maybe find out where this old dwarven mercantile death trap is. Travel in there and perhaps see the rune for yourself. See if the magic resonates between your rune and it. And then if we can discover that this is exactly the rune that does resonate with yours, then we know it belongs to that language, and perhaps from there we may be able to find a cure of how to remove it.
Do you have any idea where this lost dwarven mercantile place is?
Yes, of course. It's the book does detail it's in the city.
It's in the city.
It is in the city.
This is a very big city.
Well, yes, but I mean, you as a researcher, just to have the detail down to a singular city is actually very, very rare, very, very detailed.
Does it happen to say like like a specific type of entrance?
It does seem to be closer to the northern entrance of the city, perhaps by the Temple District or the Mercantile District. Maybe.
Go ahead, Nessie. Out of character.
Out of character, I was just going to ask if the city may have changed at all as far as where things are located from the time that this book was made, and like that these instructions were written down to the time that the current map has been made.
I may have to look into it just to make sure, but our city is it's been here for a long time, so I can pretty much guarantee that it's changed over the last 275 years.
So, is there a substantial chance that we could go look in the Temple District Northern and end up not finding anything because the orientation of the place has changed and the dwarven crypt thing we're actually looking for maybe somewhere else?
Let me hold on. He whips out one of the pieces of paper. He actually pulls it right off the floor, dips his quill in some ink, and there's various ink actually splattered all over his desk. He sort of jams it in there and he starts scrawling. You see, he's writing mathematical equations now. Then he pauses. How long do you intend to look?
Until we find this place.
Okay. He goes back to his mathematical equations. He says, well, by my estimate, if you give it the amount of time that you have specifically requested for, then there is a 100% chance you will find it. Eventually.
I kind of think
I like those odds.
Thank you.
Look, Galt, we don't have a lot of time here. Every minute that this is still on us, we get closer to death. If there's any way we can narrow it down any further to find it faster.
Faster than what? An infinite amount of time?
Well,
we don't have an infinite amount of time.
We do know that this dwarven trading area must have been underground, with them being dwarves and all. So perhaps if you were to ask some of the folk around about their foundations, perhaps maybe someone knew if something had been buried there a long time ago. Maybe if you ask Theodore for some maps from about 250 some odd years ago, you might be able to find it. I bet if we can find maps of the city district from 300 years ago, you'll find the exact location of where the dwarven trading center was.
Do we have to ask Theodore?
He's the only one who knows the library.
He doesn't seem like he's all there. No offense.
I believe his problem is that he has too much there.
Are you saying that he has an extra arm?
No, I'm saying that my room would be an excellent definition of his mind.
Too much there.
Ow.
Sounds about it, right?
Well, let us go talk to Theodore then. Gald, you've been a miraculous help. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. However, if you do find this room and where the Dwarven Trading Center was, if you could perhaps come back to me and perchance tell me the details of the Dwarven trading area and whether or not your room does resonate with the room there, I would be very grateful.
Of course, I have some library books to return anyway.
Yes, of course, the library, yes.
Yes, once we've gone as far as we can, whether we succeed or not, we'll be sure to come back and tell you what we found.
Thank you. I would very much appreciate it.
Of course, you've been the most helpful one so far. Off to Theodore then.
All right. So all of you kind of pick your way through the.
As we're walking away,
walk out. As you go down the hall and then turn right, Runt, Runt, you're gonna like, oh. That's a lot more simple.
Yes, Runt, yes.
Before we reach Theodore, I turn to Castian and just say, because this man has a lot too much in his head, you need to be a little bit more tactful in how you speak to him. You must need to learn how to speak slowly and very clearly, and speak with very, very much detail.
Very much detail, yes.
Detail helps him figure out what he's trying to look for in his head.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a few minutes, you guys make your way through the library to the center desk where Theodore is scrawling away.
Excuse me, Theodore, if I could have a moment of your time.
He looks up. All right, yes.
I'm looking for some maps of the city from about 300 years ago.
Maps of the city?
Yes, I'm trying to locate some old Dwarven
years ago. Yes, I think I know where those are. He shuffles off. You see one of the library workers like just step out of one of the shelves. He looks almost exhausted, like he just finished some sort of incredible project. And as soon as Theodore sees him, he says, "Yes, come, Gary, follow me." And the guy's shoulders just slump. And he follows Theodore into the book stacks. After about another 40 or so minutes, everybody has to make a Constitution saving throw.
You glitched out. What kind of roll am I making?
Constitution saving throw?
It's time.
We need the others of our group.
Who's the ring? Who is the ring?
We don't have everybody here. We don't have Saras or.
I thought they would have just been.
Ouch.
I do know Runt is the one with the mark with us, so.
Runt rolled a 1.
I thought they would have been with us. Why would we leave them?
No, they were asleep.
Nope.
So we don't have Sir Ross and we don't have Mias.
Ouch.
That's 2 1s. Wow.
Online dice.
Waiting for Nessie.
I don't think she's here.
Okay. Everyone except for Castian loses half their health.
Oh gosh.
Runt and Ferox suddenly clutch their runes in their chests and just fall over. You are now at 1 health.
Oh, jeez.
With no healers.
Well, I can heal a little bit.
How far away was the inn from here?
You tried to stay as close as possible, so I'll say it's probably within 1,000 feet. Yep, Nessie, you lose half your health.
All right, we should go.
So
we should go find our other 2.
All of you feel the magic from the runes suddenly suck your life away in this powerful pulse. and you just see Runt and Fearox fall to the ground.
It's the two heaviest.
I'm gonna take the ring from Fearox. I'm gonna put it on.
Alright, Tori can't hear anything, so I'm typing everything to her.
Okay. You see everyone's rune that's right there in front of you is glowing with the green color.
It's because we're not all here. We need to go find the other two.
We need to get to the other two. We need to stay in that close proximity.
We gotta go. Come on, guys.
I'm running. I'm going.
Okay. As you're running, you actually feel the pull of the rest of your group. You can actually tell almost exactly where they are and get a good feel of how far away they are. So even as you're running, you feel that they're getting closer, and you can tell that they are booking it to you as well. At about 500 feet, just as you feel another pulse is building up, the rest of you merge together in the middle of the street. All of you run in almost right into each other and into several people in the way. And the moment everyone is together, like really close together, the magic calms itself.
That was too close.
I'm gonna check the runes.
Are me still on the ground?
Yeah, you guys are passed out. They just dragged you.
Yeah.
They just dragged you guys or carried you.
I'm gonna check the runes.
Okay, you check the runes. You look up at the sun. You see it's just past midday, and everyone except for Runt's rune is glowing with the familiar empty white magic, while Runt's is a little brighter, but it's not any different than you would have expected for just after the midday brightness that was seen earlier.
Okay.
Can we need to take some time to rest, guys. Can we? Yeah.
Hey, do I wake up out of... Do I
We
come
lost
conscious?
half our health.
Yeah, so.
We need.
Oh no. Out of character because Ben, you're an idiot.
Yes.
Out of character, DM, do I come back to consciousness when we meet up?
No.
Somebody cast wounds.
But he's at 1 health. He shouldn't. Okay, so they're both unconscious. We should take them back. Should we take them and go back to the library or go to the tavern, guys?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, Tori, you need to cast Cure Wounds on some people.
But not here. Not here.
How many people?
Yeah,
Not here.
Okay, we can't do
What's
it.
the magic?
We're gonna have to do it back at the tavern.
We'll have to do it from everyone else, because if we use magic,
We need to get someplace where nobody is watching, so we go to the inn.
I need those maps.
Yeah,
Private
get
room.
apps. Heal up. Brad's been typing it in the chat. We gotta go do this. Let's go.
Let's go.
You guys,
So we do
you guys
that.
gonna join us in doing that? No?
If we
Oh,
settle back
Brad and I
down,
are unconscious. We go where y'all go.
Yeah, I know.
if we settle back down again, we should have another hour. I should be able to go get the maps. Unless we just want to stay together as a group.
Yeah,
DM, I question. Is there a way for when I cast your wound is used with touch? So, is there a way for me to have it affect one person at a time? Like
No.
I'm touching 2 people.
No, it can only be
No.
one person.
Okay. Who is injured the worst?
Brad,
Brad and
but listen, don't do it here.
don't do it here.
Don't do it here.
No, duh.
Okay, I'm just making sure you were hearing that. And just, we need to make a decision, guys. Those that are conscious gotta make a decision. Are we going to the tavern or are we going to the library? Which one?
Let's go to the tavern.
Tavern? Do I have a consensus from Raz and Nessie?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Let's do this. Let's do what everyone is saying. Let's do.
Okay, tavern.
Okay.
Go into the tavern.
Okay, so the rest of your group, you get some strange looks as you look at two dragonborns slung over your shoulders or on your back. And as you're on your way to the tavern, just as you're approaching, a couple of guards kind of walk up from behind you. Hey, what's going on here?
Oh, there's too much to drink early in the day, officer. Just completely sloshed. We're just taking them to get some rest.
Well,
The Dragonborns just can't hold their liquor, guys. Come on.
Yes, I remember when I accidentally drank too much. Tavern's a good place to rest. You can get right back to it when you're done.
Agree.
On your way. Have a good day.
You too.
You too, officer. Off we go.
Okay, so you come into the tavern. It's the middle of the day. It's right after the lunch break, so it's actually rather empty as you walk in. The bartender lady, the short, scrawny lady, looks up as you guys walk in, but she doesn't say anything. She just watches as you guys exhaustedly make your way up the stairs to your rooms. Two unconscious friends.
Whoosh.
I close the door behind all of us and
Can't wait till someone learns mask cure wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So which one's on who? Tell them.
Which one's on whom, Nancy?
You, Brad, and Justin.
Yes.
Give them both to me.
Yes, he do. They go to Brad. Do they go to Runton? We lost her again.
Say the first one's to run, second one's to feed rocks.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Runt, you get 11 health. I will send a message to Ferox. All right. What do you guys do now?
We can't leave him there.
We need those maps.
Do they wake up after getting healed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's just keep our group together. Okay? You guys? We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to the library.
I need to
Out of character. No, that sounds lame.
You don't get a choice, Brad.
He said out of character, so
Out of character.
out of character.
Out of character.
In character, you're just like, no, you don't get a choice, Raz. I'm like, but I.
Brad, I can understand why you wouldn't want to go back. It's pretty weird there. But if we don't have those maps, we're kind of stuck with this curse at the moment.
Wait. Who said I didn't want to go back?
You did.
No, I said we shouldn't all go back there because
You said
we
go
should
back with
split
the
everyone
other?
up. Actually, I didn't say that, but I was thinking it.
Let's
Oh,
all
yeah.
go to the library. Yes, let's go.
Okay, so everyone, after a few minutes in the room, walks back down, and the inn lady, watching you guys walk right back out, her look kind of changes to be just a little bit more judgmental.
I left something up there. Am I not allowed to go here and grab it?
She doesn't say anything. She's just looking at you. You guys walk out, You go back to the library, and as you walk in, you see the center desk. Theodore still has not made it back yet.
Let's sit and wait. I go into my my monk patience mode.
Okay. As everyone sits there waiting together, several times all of you have to stop Negus from setting one of the shelves on fire.
Gosh.
And after about another 45 minutes, Theodore finally shuffles his way over with this pile of various scrawlings and maps. He wanders on over back to his desk. He sets them down, goes back to writing.
I go up to the desk.
Okay.
Theodore, are those my maps?
Yeah. Hello. Yes. How can I help you?
I asked you to get some maps of the city from about 300 years ago. Are those them?
Maps from the city?
Yes, from about 300 years ago. They appear to be here.
Oh, yes, I just found some. What a coincidence.
Yes, amazing.
He turns over to the stack of papers and he flips through a few. He actually pulls some of, like almost half of the papers off and sets them down, puts them right in front of you. Yes, here's various maps of the city from 300 years ago. It was not quite as large as it is today, but the detail is quite good.
Might I see them?
Can you open your eyes?
May I read them?
You want to check out the maps from the library?
Am I not allowed to do that?
They're very, very old. Most things in this library that are old have a tendency to stay here. And
Can you
kind of sense in the tone of his voice he's implying more than just the maps.
Can you go ahead and turn them around and put them in front of us so we can look at them right in front of the desk?
Yes, of course. He actually reaches over and picks up. Well, he doesn't quite pick it up. He sort of drags over one of the book holders, those things that stand at an angle, and he pulls it over. It takes him several seconds. He pushes that in front of you and then lays the maps over it. And he says, "Yes, if you could make sure your hands are rather clean when you handle them, that would be appreciated."
Don't worry, I always use Germex.
Germex?
It's a monk thing.
Monks?
I look at the map.
I was going to say, I look at the map. If he doesn't look at the map, I'll look at the map.
I have such a hard time talking to this guy.
Everyone's looking at the map.
Alright, what do we see? I'm looking for the door.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
All of us?
Well, investigation.
I mean, we're all looking at it.
I mean, I was looking at it, so...
Everyone.
Why'd I roll 2? That's weird.
You're that good. Whoa! Justin, yeah. Nessie, all right.
They can't save my life. I can definitely look at things.
Okay.
Out of character.
Just to make sure Alyssa doesn't catch you looking at things.
So, whoa. All right. All of you start flipping through this map, and you realize he said the detail was good, and it's like overly detailed. Things are very, very complicated. There's all sorts of numbers, and there's all sorts of names and details and buildings. Some of them have been scrawled over as various updates to the city have been made in the time that this was needed. And as all of you are looking through them, you're like, okay, hold on, let me look at it. And another one flips over, and it's like, okay, hold on. No, you're taking too long. Let me look at it. And you're all scrolling through. You can't really tell exactly where this place might be until Raz, as Runt's flipping through, says, wait, there. And Runt's like,
Okay.
So, Raz, you pull out one of the papers and you very clearly see in this very complex mess of numbers and things a familiar dwarven rune for trade that you've seen through the years that you've been traveling everywhere and meeting all sorts of peoples and races and actually having rather good relationships almost everywhere you travel. So you recognize this dwarven script for trading in the western district of what would now be the Temple District.
So yeah, there's a dwarven rune for trade in the Western Temple District.
Shall we go do some investigating then?
I'm gonna ask Theodore, do you have perchance any present day maps of the city that we may purchase from you or rent out?
Theodore.
Oh, yes.
Do you have any current day maps that we may procure from you of the city?
Maps? Yes, I just found some maps from 300 years ago. Let's see, what did it...
Yes, no, I mean like current maps.
Current maps! Yes, I actually have those right here. And he looks under his desk and you hear a drawer slide out and he pulls out actually a rather large map. Give me one moment while you guys transfer on Ubakia. You like my innovation?
I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
Whoa!
Hey!
That's a
That's
city.
cool.
See.
So where are we?
That's better than the was it the Root of Evil map? That's for sure.
Where are we currently?
You are currently somewhere about here.
Okay.
All right.
And now I'm okay.
Does Raz seeing both of these pictures?
Yeah. So like,
Is he like able to pinpoint?
putting those two together? I see like where entrance would be on this map. Right, around here.
So right in that little corner.
Where's the inn in relation to where we are right now?
The inn is right here.
It's inside the city. Okay, we see where the inn is.
Okay, just making sure.
Where was the inn again?
Someone want to compare the two, the older map and the current map, in order to see if the Temple District where Gold said the dwarven thing might be, if it's in the same area. Someone intelligence check that business.
Look at both maps and see if you can pinpoint where it's supposed to be at.
Raz, you gotta look at both.
Wait. Are we saying where on the current map the dwarven thing should be?
Cross-reference.
Cross-reference, like.
Didn't we literally just do that?
That's right here.
That's what I thought. I don't know why we pulled out a present day map.
Okay.
that's here, guys.
Oh, all right, then let's go there.
Do we want to rest up first? Just saying.
That was just a care.
We
Start
should
back
be
with
rest up.
Theodore over here.
I'm sorry. What?
Did you say something?
I can't hear you, young man.
This was all out of character. We don't.
So, are you guys making fun of Theodore as you walk down the street towards the Temple District?
No, this is all out of character.
How about no?
No, this is out of character.
Yeah.
All right.
Now you listen here, young man.
Out of character?
What does that mean?
All right, let's go to that green circle that keeps popping up.
Yeah, do we want to rest up though?
We know where it is, so yeah, we can take a rest.
Take a short rest.
Yeah. Let's
My
do a
spells-
short rest.
I don't like where it says we're running out of time.
There could be a chance that we may run into something, so I suggest short rest.
Yeah, let's rest. I mean, I'm fine, but everyone else.
I know exactly where it's going. You learn how it works. Okay, so you go to the inn, which was where?
On the other side of the city.
It was here, right?
Yep, you got it. Okay, so all of you got your short rest. Roll your hit point die.
Oh, one. Are we taking just like a moment, a break, a night's rest, a decent rest? What are we doing?
We're taking an hour short rest.
If it's just an hour, then it's ×2 Constitution modifier regained, 0 hit die. 0 hit die regained, but you can roll hit die, and you get ×2 Constitution modifier, health regained. If it's just an hour. I wrote it down for a reason, Tori.
No.
Okay, so
Roll your hit dice and also get ×2 your Constitution modifier health back.
Oh, okay.
gotcha.
So add that to it. All right.
You roll your dice and you move your mice. Nobody gets hurt. Hey!
Alright, put me at full health.
So I get 2. So I get 10 health back.
At ×2 your Constitution modifier,
Oh wait,
Yeah, mine's only a
I got
1.
the wrong one.
then you get +2.
Yeah, so
Constitution
I
modifier.
have 10. Or
You rolled a 9.
yeah, but that's with a D8. That's +1.
Okay, yeah, 10.
Everybody done?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
done. I rolled the one good Constitution saving throw in my life.
Okay.
It will never happen again.
I know. That day.
So, you guys head up towards the Temple District. Let's say Raz. Roll a D100.
Oh, good. Wait.
Out of character. Random encounter.
I've got a macro for it for rolling a D100. Why can't I roll that?
Yeah,
50.
there are macros.
Yeah, a dish.
That's the one D100 roll you're gonna make.
Okay, so as you're walking along, just after you cross the bridge out of the Knob Circle, over the river, and you're heading towards the Temple District, just over the bridge, there's of course various traders and things. And as you're walking by
Close to the
one,
ground?
jumps like right in front of your group, and he says, "Hello, my friends, please. I have many magical items, and you look as if the type of people that could use magical items. Perhaps even very soon, with that look of determination in your eyes. Yes."
Now, I've heard about magical items before.
Oh, please, these. You do not trust me?
No.
What have I? Oh, okay, all right. I
What
will
is
offer
magic?
a discount. I will.
Pardon my friends,
For most
yes,
of you-
but we are in a hurry.
Of course. However, here, and he reaches over, like he just stretches over, runs a few steps, and runs back. He's got this helmet in his hand. Here, this helmet is magically imbued to prevent strikes from hurting you.
I'm not doing this. I walk off.
But please, my friends, a discount, only 50 gold, magical helmet.
Do you have any bags of holding?
No. Unless you want the helmet to hold things,
Nah.
like your safety.
I think we'll pass.
Please.
As we walk on.
Test it. No. You're all
Walk
just passing
on.
them by. You're all just passing them by. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, as you walk on, you hear him like jump in front of another group. Hello, my friends, please.
I'm just shaking my head.
You guys make it to the western edge of the temple district, and as you get close to where you're at, you see that you're reaching where the street forks in several areas, 4 different directions, and at the center of this fork, there's this well. And as you look around, various people are putting stuff in the well and pulling out their buckets, taking water. And they seem to be using this as a central area to get water over to where they live, or perhaps over to the temple district to make it holy water, using it to wash sacrifices.
Is this where we were trying to get to?
Yeah,
Where we were-
this is the place on the map that Raz depicted.
This doesn't look like much.
I'm going to. Let's investigate, guys.
I'm going to investigate the well.
First off, I wanna like look around, see if I see any.
Wow.
Oh God.
Runt, you see people. You think this is a place where people come to get water? Probably. Castian,
Oh
looking
jeez.
at the well, you're looking around the well, you're looking in the well. As you look around it, you look down, you can tell it looks like a very deep well.
Do I see any way that leads underground at all to like some kind of hidden passage or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to investigate the surrounding area, well included, for like that room. If I can find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. As you look a little more closely, you can see little bits and pieces, strange parts of the bricking in the ground that seem more clear cut and seems to hold better than the other stones. Some parts of the houses that seem more square with far more detail, made out of something sturdier. But with the time that you've spent traveling around, and perhaps even spent with dwarves yourself, you can tell that a long time ago, dwarves were clearly here, but now there's only the smallest of hints that they'd ever been in this place.
Think there may be some way underground through one of these houses?
Could be.
I suppose so. Has to be somewhere.
Well, we don't want to just barge into people's homes.
So let's try asking.
I'm gonna leave that to you.
Aww.
I know.
Well, first I wanna keep snooping around outside a little bit. Checking. Like, do any of these like houses or buildings or anything look like they have basements?
How could you tell?
I mean, like do they have outdoor cellar type?
Nope, not that you see.
All right.
Do some of the buildings look older than some others? Like buildings
Yes.
that look like they've been here for quite a while.
There are some buildings that look like they've been here for quite a while. Maybe not 275 years, quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Are they all next to each other?
Yeah, this area is pretty densely populated. Most of the buildings are very close together around here.
No, I mean, like, is there like a grouping of houses that are obviously older that are together?
Everywhere just west of the Temple District in this area and down here look older.
Should we investigate these older houses?
Eventually, yeah. But we need to come up with a story of why we're investigating these houses.
Yeah.
They were with the health inspection unit.
I am perceiving people around here looking for temple officials, people of education, higher ranking, someone we could ask that may know around here. I mean, it's the temple district, so I mean, any priestesses or priests or officials of the religious order may know. So.
Okay. Well, as you look around, you see that this is the outskirts of the Temple District, so almost all of the temples belong to various gods and things you haven't ever heard before, ones that are, like, clearly unpopular, like Cthulhu, or
So unpopular.
one's to a Meothril. You've got one that belongs to the Almighty Dum.
Never heard of that one. Weird.
Wow.
Out of character. All hell.
The priest of the Almighty Doom's temple, which is rather small, seems to be just sitting outside and glaring at people.
What is he wearing?
Of course. Huh?
Is he wearing clothes like the Almighty Doom would have?
He is. He's wearing black with a super cool cape.
Of course.
I was kind of expecting like a bluish like robe bottom to like go with the jeans expected in like a multicolored shirt, multicolored torso.
Nope, just black.
It's because he's racist.
Are
So-
any of the temples to like mainly dwarven gods at all?
Roll. You're gonna have to roll perception to see if you can see any that you remember.
Can I use my perception for that?
No, because you haven't really spent any time with the dwarves. You don't know the dwarven gods. Kind of. Okay. So, as you look around, you recognize the Temple of Neothril, who's not a god in Dwarven religion, but she is a major figure that you recognize. Someone very key to their past. You would suspect that any of the major Dwarven gods, because there are very, very few Dwarven gods, and so they're all greatly respected. So any of those Dwarven gods would probably be closer towards the center, where they have more money to spend on being at more of the focal point of the temple district.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say so Meothril's here, and she's big in Dwarven culture, so she's probably one of our best bets.
Shall we go ask and see if they know anything then?
Sure, why not?
Nothing, but see if there's any way underground in there. Okay.
Okay.
So
you go to the Temple of Neothril.
Aye.
Okay. So you go over to the Temple of Neothril, and you find rather quickly one of the priests of Neothril who's standing out there. He's got this red coat on with various details of fire and a little bit like a stripe of water. His shoulders are hardened like earth, and the very bottom of it continues to blow in the breeze, almost as light as the air. And he's holding out this bowl, crying out, "Oi! Is there anybody who would like to give a donation to Meothral, the creator of Mithril, the very thing that saves many adventurers as they're out helping us, saving our own lives? Please, all donations go to any adventurers that are in desperate need of money to help protect them so that they might protect us."
Out of character, it's the freaking Avatar. Anyway.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Adventurers will be.
I'm gonna insight check him.
Oh, okay, he seems to be almost discomfortingly genuine.
As in, he's lying?
No, like he's out begging, and he's perfectly fine. He is putting himself out there.
Sir, why are you doing this? What adventures are around here for you to give to?
Oh, there are plenty of adventurers. They could look like any of you, walking around, carrying weapons, often trying to gather up gear for the next hunt on some sort of monster or villain or monster.
What if they were trying to get underground?
Underground?
And maybe into some old dwarven tunnels to look for some stuff.
Then they would probably be in one of the dwarven cities.
How about underground in this city, where some old dwarven tunnels may be found?
Well, I would think they would have needed to be here almost 300 years ago, before even I was born.
How old are you?
Well, I'm about 180, 181 up this next year.
What race is he, can I tell?
He's dwarf.
He's dwarven? Okay.
He's dwarven.
See, I've heard that those tunnels are still there, and that we just need to find a way to get to them.
Still there?
Mm-hmm.
No, that doesn't make much sense. That there well was put right over the training center that used to be there, as my father told me.
Really?
After the well was put in, they sealed off any way to get down there. After it was discovered there was a natural spring that ran right next to the trading center. After it was abandoned, the city had no problem with turning the entrance into a well.
They turned the entrance into the well.
Well, yeah.
Thank you, Nessalus. How deep is that well? Do you know?
Deep enough to hold children's wishes.
How about children's bodies? Out of character, out of character.
That was really morbid, dude.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was just wondering if you could know the exact depth of the well.
No.
No? Do you know what they blocked off the end? Is it just the water that's blocking the entrance?
I don't know. I've never been down the well.
Right. So we're adventurers who need to get underground.
Oh, you're adventurers.
Yes.
We are?
Yes.
I don't think we're adventurers.
We kill monsters. We have a lot of gear. We're perfect.
So then, I take it you also enjoy helping people?
Yes.
Well then. He turns around and kind of goes a little ways in the temple, comes back. And as he comes back, he's carrying this flyer that you recognize as the missing persons flyer. It says, right here, over in that trading area right there. He points over and you see he's pointing right at one of the butchers who seems to be deep in his work, like almost too deep in his work. He's ignoring customers as he's chopping this meat. It says, that man over there lost his son a little while ago. A couple of days, in fact, and there is worry he was taken for some nefarious purpose, but I have a suspicion that his son did fall down that there well. Now we've tried, we've yelled down it, we've seen him playing around there quite often, but anytime we send anyone down by rope into the well to look at the surface of the water, see if he's swimming, look a little farther down, there's nothing. So if you have an interest vested in that well already, and you happen to come across, dare I say, the body of that man's son, the people in the city would be very grateful to a group of adventurers who brought back a valuable child.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, you'll be glad to know we just received a donation. I would be happy to give it to you.
Would you?
For your promise of saving this child. He reaches in to his bowl, pulls out some 5 gold.
Oh, thank you. I take it.
Okay.
I'm faster than her. I take it.
What be your names, the dwarf?
Oh, well there, Dragonborn. I am Tharhasdul, priest of Miathril, here in Azarin. He gestures up rather dramatically for a dwarf.
Oh, I think she wins.
Backflip away. Ha-ha!
You like barely notice it, then you just flinch.
You said his name was what?
Tharhasdul.
Oh!
What can I roll against intimidation? What do I roll?
Insight or a wisdom saving throw?
Wait, what do I roll against intimidation?
Ladies. How about we cut the gold in half
Well, that's that.
and give
Nope.
both halves to me?
Oh!
I'm convinced, and I give him the gold.
I proceed to split them both into like I take out some silver and I like make it 2.5 gold, and then I take both halves and put them in my
He doesn't get it.
Grumblingly, you also think that 5 gold should also go to Raz for some reason.
Oh, that was very good. But I'm investigating the well, like the inner part, see what I can see from the top, and see if I can find some rope to be able to go down it.
Okay, well, there's plenty of rope where people tie their buckets and throw them down. However, they're not really attached to too much. This is the kind of well where it doesn't have the wooden thing above it with the rope and the one bucket to go down. This is a open-aired well. It's got a wooden cover that people put over it to stop stuff from crawling in, but for most of the day, it actually has the cover off and has various ropes placed around it so that multiple people can use it at once.
Mm-hmm.
As you look down, you see lots of darkness.
Even with dark vision?
Even with dark vision.
That's dark. Not as dark as a child's body in the well, but dark.
Oh my gosh.
Run. Okay, I like Run's idea. Let's anchor the rope and we can try going
I
down.
guess I can try and go down.
2 things. First, one, do we have anyone with spells that can cast light?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
Haven't you used 2 spells already?
I had a short rest. I get 1 spell back.
Also, should we maybe get like potions of water breathing, maybe?
Those are going to be expensive.
Yeah, that's fair.
And we need horses.
And they don't do magic in the city.
That's fair.
I mean, we could go try talking to Gold and see. We could go try talking to Gold and see if he has anything.
We can also see if somebody can fasten up a breathing apparatus. Out of character, basically looking for scuba gear.
Like a giant snorkel?
Or
No.
a diving bell.
Would they have technology that advanced?
A diving bell? If they could get a giant bell.
Or put a bucket on my head.
I mean, that might actually work. Trap air inside of them. I don't know.
With that Damon's glare?
So what are we gonna do, guys?
Do we want to talk to Gold, or do we just want to go
Where-
drop it now and see what we see?
Might
Well,
be
first
good to go back to
We can
gold.
see if we see anything
I vote
up
that-
into the water.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take. Well, go ahead.
I vote that we send the person who weighs the least. We tie them up to run and send them down just to see how far deep the water is to begin with.
Did you just jump in the well?
No, I'm using that for, like, with being roped down and stuff.
Oh, okay. Like, I'm done with all this talk.
Just don't decide to stab yourself.
You have a +8 to acrobatics.
Yes, I do.
So who's the lightest? I weigh 155.
I wait.
I believe I weigh less than you. I didn't quite go over that.
It makes sense.
I know a dark
I'm-
elf is very light, so.
I have a lot of muscle.
300.
You're the anchor.
I weigh 10.8571 stone.
10.8571 stones?
Yes.
That's a terrible unit of measurement.
Well, fine then. Give me a second.
Hey,
You hate water though.
I think it'd be good for me.
I'm also the
Think
one
you
with the
could hold
light
me?
spells, though.
With the what?
The light spells.
Oh.
Just
I can
saying.
use. I was gonna use my acrobatics to like slowly rappel myself down and have the rope to hold me. That was the plan. So I think it'd be good to be able to have me go down and do that. So
I'm okay with that.
I
and
weigh
then
151.9994 pounds.
Why is that exact? There's no measurements that exact in this world.
apparently there are.
There are.
Yeah, there are.
I mean, I weigh around 152 pounds. Probably.
Alright, well, I'm looking over the edge and I'm seeing Cedric already going down.
Oh, okay.
with the rope around me.
Okay. Oh.
So,
I,
Cedric, as you slowly enter the water, as you like submerge, you feel a current slightly pulling at you, but it's not enough to like pull you under.
Okay.
But there is a current that you can feel pulling downward.
Okay, I try to get back out of the water and say, "There's a current down here, guys."
I yell at Cedric and ask if he can see anything on the stone walls around him.
Let me make a perception check.
Nope.
Make an investigation check.
That would be up to the DM if I make a second check already.
No.
Hey Nessie, can you cast light on an object, or does it have to
Not
come
in the
from you?
city. Not in the city.
I can light a torch for you guys.
Light is closed.
That would be
Nice.
so useful underwater.
Yeah, I know, right?
To give me a torch real quick so I can see as much as I can just above the water.
Yeah, I can do that. I
What?
light the torch
You
and
should,
give him the torch.
you should just drop it down the well.
I carefully give Cedric the torch.
Do I
So-
get it?
Okay. You're about 45 feet down.
Then climb
I
back
pulled
up
him
around
up.
the torch
I
and
pulled
then
him
go
up.
back.
Okay, so yeah, you get the torch.
I assist him by climbing it, and he's like pulling me just to make it easier and get back up, grab the torch, and get back down.
Okay.
Do I see anything else with a torchlight?
Make another perception or investigation.
Can he have advantage because he has the torch now?
Yes.
Okay. So as you look about at these stones, you see, like, as you're looking around, the well does go deeper, but the stones that are used to construct the well seem to be more clear cut. They're more rounded. They have better edges. They're holding up better against the water against it.
So,
And you-
go ahead.
So, but they are still scattered here and there in various places.
So it seems like, from a sense, it seems more well made, is what you're saying. Or it's looking more natural.
More seamless. Not
Seamless?
so much natural.
Does it seem more seamless?
It does seem more seamless.
Just be careful no one's casting semen while seeming something that's seamless. Well, how far does the light reach through the water until I can't see anything?
It does not go very far at all. In fact, if anything, the reflection off the water seems to be hindering your vision.
You should up.
And all of a sudden, the rope goes slack.
Why? What happened?
Oh, and then the
Just
rope
fades out of
again.
existence for a bit.
Oh, okay.
That was the thing. Okay.
You should dunk your head underwater and see if you can see any further.
Well, with dark vision, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
You want me to roll another perception check?
Yes. Yes, please. Okay. As you dunk your head and you look out of the water, you can see that the well, after like 10 feet under you, suddenly goes really, really dark. You can't see the walls anymore, which kind of makes you presume that the walls aren't there anymore.
You should maybe pull your head out of the water before you drown.
Yeah. So I'll pull my head out of the water.
What's your problem?
And did I sense which direction the current was going?
From where you are, the current's just pulling down.
Down? Okay. So if I go any farther, I'll probably get sucked down.
Yeah.
Just going off of common sense. Alright. I'm gonna climb back up and go and relay all the information I know from that. Out of character, I'm about to step out for 20 minutes here, a couple minutes. So that's why I'm stepping out. So
Okay.
Okay.
I relay all this stuff. What do you guys think?
Well,
Soaking wet.
does one of us want to try and go down and with the 300-pound dude as an anchor, with that current there?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Can we tie the rope to the well in some form?
Probably in some form.
Would it be able to hold?
That's the real question now, isn't it?
Yes.
I say we go back to our arcane master of the arcane, tell him what we found, and ask him if he can help us in any way.
I like that idea.
An idea.
Love's a cool
Yeah.
dude. I like him. He's got young liveliness to him.
Okay.
So is that
Are you guys
the-
You're going back to the library?
No, I have an idea.
What's your
What's
idea?
your idea?
If problem is the current, what if we can perceive there any horses around, or maybe a mule, then we could tie the rope to the horse or the mule, and then they're much stronger and sturdier and built for that kind of stuff physically. So they might be able to withstand a person maybe getting pulled off in a current a little bit. Plus, with Runt holding on to it, I feel like that would help. We just rent the horse or the mule.
Well, the problem, that's not the problem. The problem is we may not, we don't know how far this current's gonna go. So if we could find a way that we can survive underwater, we can travel through the current and see where it leads.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we see how deep it is to begin with by tying a rock to one of our ropes and just dropping it and seeing how deep it is before it turns off? If it turns off?
We could try.
Sure.
Because I have 50 feet of rope. I don't know how much other rope everyone else has.
I had 50
I
feet
have
of rope.
50 feet of rope.
You
We have
have rope.
150 feet of rope. So,
Out of character.
kid,
Yeah.
you want to tie a rock to the rope and see how deep it is?
First, out of character, DM.
Yeah.
In the Explorer's Pack, would there be a length of rope?
What does your Explorer's Pack detail say?
Explorer's Pack come
That
with.
is an excellent question.
Yeah, I have the Explorer's Pack and it came with 50 feet of rope.
Okay, then I too have
Good, I
50
don't
feet.
have to look that up.
We have 200 feet of rope.
We has all the rope.
Woo woo.
So,
We can tie all the ropes together, tie some sort of weight on it that it will carry, and we'll see if this thing either drops straight down 200 feet, or there may be a chance that it could pull.
Yeah.
Because as far as we know, that this current just pulls straight down.
Let's do that then.
Okay. Who are you sending down?
Yeah, it's just the rock.
Well, first we're tying a weight to these ropes to
Okay.
see if this thing is gonna run down 200 feet.
I attempted to disguise myself as a rock.
I love the order of events in which that happened.
Okay.
I found the rock.
Oh, jeez.
It'll work.
After what he pulled with the gold, you know he's not a rock. You can tell very blatantly he's not a rock, but you want him to be the rock.
You know what? I just
Guys, I found a rock. It's kind of squishy, but I think it would work.
he's this rock. You're not the
squishy.
Okay,
I
fine,
think we
fine,
can
whatever.
find a better rock.
Yes, not.
I think we can find a better rock.
Oh look, I found a real rock.
Okay, you found
Also
a real
built
rock.
in Iraq.
That rocks.
It's
I
one
want
of
to
the,
help me find the road to the rock.
Okay, it's one of the loose cobblestone rocks. It's about 1.5 by 2 feet, and you guys just tie the rope around it, throw it down.
Yeah, we
So
tied.
you throw it over the edge, you listen, you hear it go sploosh as it hits the water, and as it goes down rather quickly, and then all of a sudden the rope gets really, really taut and just starts pulling rather hard, actually. And you see the rope flow towards the south. Yeah,
Okay.
towards the south. And it is yanking on this rope.
Time to pull back.
I've still got our end tied to my waist, so I start taking off down the street and acting as a pulling.
Roll for dexterity.
Okay.
Can I help him? Can I grab the rope and run with him?
Yeah, can we do that?
Sure. You roll for dexterity. You're all running. Everyone roll for dexterity.
Check or saving throw?
Saving throw.
Why?
Raz.
What? I don't understand.
That's impossible! He has the rope tied around his waist. Does that give him advantage?
That was an ability check, not a saving throw. But I'll take the roll anyway. So everyone except for Raz manages to avoid the people as you're running down the street. And Raz just like collides with this person who's carrying a delivery. They have a basket in their hands, and as he smacks into him, cabbages go rolling down the street everywhere.
I'm gonna help him pick up all of his cabbages.
Okay, what cabbages?
I pause and I get this confused look as if I should be remembering something from this, but I can't quite remember what it is.
Okay.
Vaguely familiar.
Like I've seen this somewhere else, but I don't know where.
Okay. So you help him pick up his cabbages. Soon enough, you guys feel this tautness in the rope all of a sudden, and Runt just keeps booking with it, and you hear stone like grind and crack against some more stone, and then the rock, the big huge rock that you've been pulling just comes flying up over the well and clatters on the ground. Luckily, no one gets hurt from it.
Excellent. Let's head over to Gold now and see if we can't get some water breathing stuff to help us.
How much length of rope did we get down to when we started pulling the rock back up? And when it started moving directions, what length of rope was that? And then what length was it when we started pulling it back up?
It was like 1/5 over one whole rope.
So 10
60
feet.
Boom!
Alright. No. Let's go see if we can get some equipment.
Okay.
I start heading off towards the library.
Okay. Everybody goes with you. You make it back to the library with nothing weird happening. As you walk in, you see Theodore there scrawling again, as you always see him.
Theodore, my good man.
What time is it?
At the time?
Oh, good sir. You look up and you see the sun is setting.
All right, rune changing time. Is it rune changing time?
Yes.
So let's do that. I'll put on the rune. I'll check on Runt.
Okay.
Check on.
As you look at Runt, you see his rune is glowing almost blindingly, and you have a feeling that you just managed to catch it before it started sucking the life out of him.
So I do the do.
You do the do. You see your own rune is the one that's glowing, ready for the receiving of power. You take the ring, you let the power flow into the ring, you put it on your own rune, and you feel the burden of the magic inside of your body as Runt feels nice and refreshed. Oh, man, sure is good not to be the one carrying this curse. Ah.
You're welcome.
There it is.
Okay.
Theodore, my good man.
Yes, how can I help you?
I know we're dropping by a little late, but is the head of Arcane in? And is he willing to see us?
The head of Arcane?
Yes, the head of Arcane.
Yes, okay, alright, yes. He shuffles out from behind his desk, goes into the stacks of books, Then a few minutes later, he shuffles right on that. Yes, the head of Arcane is in a very important meeting right now.
Do we want to come back tomorrow, guys?
I mean, I guess.
guess.
Or
Okay, so as you stand there talking, you hear a slam, like a door, a very dense wooden door slamming. And you see storming straight towards the entrance is this very wealthy looking nobleman.
Is it the high elf I saw before?
It is not an elf, it's a human this time. And he's storming towards the entrance, rushes right past you guys, and continues out into the city. He's got a couple of bodyguards that are sort of doing their best to keep up behind him and try and look professional while they do that. And Theodore watches them go. The head of Arcane is free now.
Thank you. And I'll start heading back to the room.
Okay.
What were you going to say, Raz?
No, never mind. They're gone now.
Okay, so you guys go back to Gold's office, and you reach his door.
Knock, knock, knock.
Okay, there's a few more moments, and then the door kind of opens, and the head of Arcane, rubbing his head, kind of looks out. Yes?
Is it Gold?
Yes?
Gold! Peter.
Hey! You guys are back awfully fast.
Right. We need a little more help. Turns out the entrance to the old dwarven trading system, it's blocked by a well now. So yes, we're gonna have to get under the water, swim under the water to try and find a way in. Do you have any way for us to maybe make that easier? Maybe some like potions of water breathing or something?
Underwater?
Underwater?
Let me see what I have. And he opens the door for you guys to enter. He pokes around his stuff, and you see he's actually looking at his shelves now, not any of his books, as he scans over some various items.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna say, I couldn't help noticing a rather angry individual storming out of your room earlier.
Oh, yes, that would be Prince Rufus. Not a particularly pleasant individual. Please don't tell anyone I said that.
No, don't worry, secret safe. Why was he so mad?
Reasons?
Because a few days ago, I ran into an angry high elf as well.
Yes, yeah, that individual was here as well.
They both seem rather angry.
Yes, people who believe they are above others have a tendency to be angry. A lot.
What would they want with you?
I am the head of Arcane in this city. I imagine there's quite a bit they would want with me.
Oh, yeah, immortality, the usual.
Immortality?
Isn't that what people want? They want to live forever? You want something like that?
Unless they want water breathing.
Oh, yeah, I want that too.
Yes.
I would rather have immortality than water breathing.
He kind of turns around and looks at you very pointedly. No, you would not.
That's something to do with you're immortal, but you don't stop aging, so you just get really gross.
He turns around and looks at you.
You just start, your skin starts falling off, you're not as what you used to look like, and you just start regretting everything you've done.
Charming.
Yes. Are you referring to a lich?
Is that what that's called?
Yes.
Then yes.
Then no. And then he turns back around and goes to his shopping things.
I need to read some
Water.
Earth.
No, I'm afraid I don't have anything here in the water. I do have some slippers here that allow one to swim faster.
Ah! That sounds wonderful.
Are you purchasing them? Or can I have them back?
Well, yeah. I mean, if we don't die along the way.
Please don't do that.
Think of it as an investment.
And he hands you the slipper.
Ah, you're a good friend.
Only one of those, eh?
He rolls his eyes and hands Castian the other slipper.
Thank you. I'll put them with my stuff. So, how fast do they make you go exactly?
I don't know. I've never used them.
Oh.
Can we assume that since you only gave us one to start out with that they work if you're only wearing one?
I don't know. I've never used them.
Right.
All right then.
All right. Is there anything else you may know that may help us? We're also trying to save a boy, just by the way.
Oh, that missing boy?
Yes.
That's
We heard
very
him-
good. Yes, very good.
Heard he may have fallen in the well. Thought we'd look for him while we're down there.
I suggest holding your breath.
Oh, you see, this is why you're the head of Arcane.
Although, this may also be able to help you. And he goes over to one of his shelves and pulls off a rock and hands it to you. He says, yes, the secret word, and he leans in and whispers in your ear.
It's a good secret word. Do you know where I might use this word?
Yes. If you use the word, then this rock will turn to be about 8 times its size.
What would I use that for?
Sinking.
Oh. Can I turn it back using the same word?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Will it fit down a well when it's 8 times its size?
Depends on the well.
How big is this rock currently?
It's currently about the size of your palm.
Does it increase exponentially or consistently?
Well, it only has one size growth.
Is it like a polynomial where it's a continuous kind of growth, or is it like an exponential function where you start out kind of slow, but then you just kind of shoot up into the air and you're just like huge?
Oh, I don't know. I've never used it.
Why do you have all this stuff if you've never used it?
Most of this is inherited from the last head of Arcane.
Oh. That's a lot of stuff.
Yes. He was a collector of magical items, whereas I prefer to be a collector of knowledge.
You good shout on me, I didn't hear you.
He is a collector of was a collector of magical items, whereas I am a collector of knowledge.
I bet you only say that because you already have all the stuff.
No, I say that because I like to collect knowledge.
Oh. I'll find them. Alright, well thank you. Thank you for your help. We'll try not to die. We'll return these in good shape. We'll see you next time we see you.
Okay.
I turn to Raz. You should talk more in the future. And I'll since it's turning into night, I'll head back to the inn to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I assume everyone
let's
follows
do
you.
that.
Everyone goes to the inn. You go to sleep. You get your long rest. You get your spells back. You get essentially your health back. Go ahead and make your rolls for your long rest.
Which rolls?
For the long rest, for your hit dice.
Oh, okay.
What if we already have all our health?
Then you don't need to roll, do you?
If it's a long rest, don't you just get all your health back anyway?
No.
Yes, all HP is healed on a long rest. Says you get half your hit die back and all HP is restored.
Okay, so the next day, wake up, nice and refreshed, with evidently all your health back.
Why would we need to have rolled hit dice if it's a long rest?
I guess for the injuries you incurred, that makes sense and you're good. However, for more serious injuries, like you lose an arm, you're not going to get your health back after one night.
Oh, okay. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, so, man, it seems like half the group is just not here. Feels like they're not. So, do we want to try going down this well?
Yes, I think we should go down the well.
Good thinking, Raz.
Run says, yes, I also think we should go down this well. And by we, I of course mean you.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess we'll head back to the well.
Okay, you head back to the well.
Tori, please.
Pulse.
Box.
Alright, we head back to the well. Who's going down there? I have the slippers in the rock. I guess it's me?
No, why would the person with the magical items go down the well? That's terrible. We might lose the items.
Okay, so Runt says yes, and he throws a rope around you, ties it tight, grabs you, and drops you on the other side, catching the rope just in time for you to about 10 feet down.
Do I have the rock and slippers?
You have the rock and slippers.
I put the slippers on.
Okay. You now get advantage and a +4 on any strength checks that involve swimming.
Advantage and +4 on any strength checks?
That involves swimming.
Mm-hmm.
There's no swimming skill anymore, man. 5th edition.
Dang.
So, Runt, are you gonna lower him down, or?
I don't know.
Alright,
Should I lower him down?
I think you should lower him down.
I will lower him down. Starts lowering you down.
Alright. Look, I'm at the surface of the water now. I activate the stone.
Okay. So,
Holding
as you, of course, as you say the word, the stone starts to grow and grow and grow, and as it grows, you feel its weight increase, and you start very quickly sinking along with it. After
Hold your breath.
Take a big breath.
okay, after another 15 or so feet, you hit this really, really strong current.
Mm-hmm.
You hit this really, really strong current, but due to the size of the stone, which you're just barely able to cling to, you're completely unaffected despite its strength. You feel yourself drifting a little
Hi,
bit.
friends.
Shush.
Hey, Justin.
Don't interrupt me while I'm describing. You feel yourself drifting a little bit, but you're not being pulled by the current. And then after another 20 or so feet, you get past the current, and now you're sinking in what you felt to be some pretty still water. As you look around, you see two, right in front of you, whatever direction you're facing now, you're not really quite sure, but right in front of you, several yards away, there's this light blinking above you.
I'll deactivate the stone,
Okay.
and I'll swim towards the light.
Okay. So Runt standing up there holding the rope, you feel him moving. Not like current pulling, but moving, so you keep slowly letting him have his rope. As you swim, go ahead and make a strength check.
It's a 9.
Okay. Now make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so despite swimming rather slowly, you managed to keep control of your breath. So even though it takes a while to get there, being a monk, you're used to controlling your body, harnessing your breath, and controlling it at will. So you swim your way up there, and as you come to the light, you realize there's a surface of the water, and you breach it and take a deep breath. And you see right in front of you, there is actually a small ramp leading up to this doorway, which is large and stone, and all along the doorway is this strange runic script that, from what Raz showed you on the map, looks a lot like the Dwarven script. And hanging just above the door is that familiar Dwarven script for trade, just above it. And besides the door, when you climb up, you see that there is a stone lever.
All right. So it's just this room with the door with the runes above it, the Dwarvish runes, and then the lever.
And the lever.
Lever.
Okay, make a strength check.
Come on.
No, you don't. As you go to pull the lever, you're nope, that's not happening.
I take a moment to gather myself, and I go on ninja on it.
Okay, so this time you're like, ha! And it just, you almost feel like you broke through, and then you hear stone grinding against stone in the intrepid metalwork behind this lever. And for a second, you're really scared about what you may have done. Just beside you, you see dust blow out from the door as the heavy door splits down the center and opens inward. You also hear the stone continue working, so you know it's not done yet, despite just opening the door. And then just in front of you, you see the water is moving suddenly as the wall opposite you slides outward into the stair set, slides downward a little bit, and so the stonework gets a little wet, but for the most part, the water is actually keeping off of the stairs. And then you see the stone continue to slide back on itself. everyone who's up there at the well, you hear the grinding of stone against stone, and curious, a couple of you at least look down into it.
We're all gonna die.
And you see the water actually start sinking down, and soon enough, you see this stair set come at the base of the well.
I go down the stairs.
It's at the base of the well.
I use the rope that Runt is holding to go down the well to see the stairs.
Okay.
I came back at a good time, apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Come on,
Everybody slides down the rope, which is actually now trapped behind the stairs. Luckily, Castian, with all of the lowering he had plenty of slack between him and the rope. But the rope is now caught behind the stone stairs under the well. So it's a little tight, but that actually helps you guys as you make your climb down. When you get down there, there's no light. Not that gives you a problem, since everyone can see in darkness. And you look down the stairs. At the end of the stairs, you see Castian standing next to a flickering torch.
Hey guys.
So you did a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, that was you?
The equipment we were given was really helpful.
I wonder why. It's as if this whole thing was planned out. That's so weird.
I look around some of the
Yes. Oh, hey! I forgot to tell you, dwarven ruins are often made to be traps to kill anyone who wanders in.